Hey everyone at Aaron's Acres, Jesse Rothacker here, and I'm actually standing in my box turtle garden, and I'm going to be showing you what we do in the spring with some of our box turtles. You know, I was thinking, guys, it's been several weeks this year that things have been a little bit different, as most of us are staying in our houses more. In fact, I was looking at my computer, and we have about 100 reptile shows this spring and summer that we have not been able to do since everyone is trying to stay healthy and stay home. But sometimes when we're sad about the things that we can't do, it helps us to think about the cool things that we get to do that maybe we didn't get to do before. So to start the video, I thought I would mention some of the really fun things that I've been doing that I haven't had a chance to do on most other years. And while I'm doing that, I want you guys to think about some of the fun things that you have had a chance to do in the last 5 or 6 weeks since you've been home. I get to stay home and help my kids learn to read and learn to do math. So I get to be a homeschool dad with my kids every day, and that's a lot of fun. Another thing I really like to do is I like to get on my bicycle and go on long bike rides, sometimes 10 or 20 or 30 miles. And one of my favorite trails is right along the river, and I get to spend a lot of time on my river trail on my bicycle looking for snakes and turtles. So that's another fun thing I get to do. Another fun project that I'll bet a lot of your moms and dads might like to do has to do with firewood. So one of our fun projects we got to do when we started up our stay-at-home time was we got to help clean up some trees that had fallen down, and so we got to help clean them up with a chainsaw, and then we got to move that firewood and get out something called a splitter, and we got to split it into smaller pieces, and then we got all the fun of stacking the wood up really high in a nice organized pile. And I'll bet a lot of kids would think that sounds boring, but guess what, a lot of grown-ups, and I'll bet a lot of your moms and dads, they probably enjoy doing some firewood things too. And one of our benefits with firewood is in our stay-at-home time, we have a nice firewood cooking area where we get to cook our supper over nice bonfires with our fresh firewood that we just cut up. So those are some fun things that I've had a chance to do that have been different this year. I'll bet you guys can think of some fun things that you get to do differently that you haven't had a chance to do until this year. But besides all of the different things that we get to do, guess what? A lot of the things that we do are still the same. And sometimes I feel better knowing that there are a lot of things we do that are still the same. Not everything has changed. So even though we have about 100 reptile shows that we could not do so far this year because everyone is staying home and staying healthy, we actually still have 100 animals who need to be taken care of, 100 mouths that we need to feed. And that's one of my main jobs, is while I'm at home, I need to take care of my animals. And so like I said, I'm in the box turtle garden today, and today we're going to be showing you how we take care of some of our turtles or tortoises. Are you guys ready to take a look? All right, come with me. All right, guys, what we are looking at right here are some of our eastern box turtles. And our eastern box turtles, see how they have lots of leaves and compost and mulch? This is actually their winter blanket. They hibernate, they dig under all of this mulch. You can see there's a little hole right there in the center. That's one of the burrows that one of these turtles spend the winter in. And if we pan around here, you'll see, there's another one. Let's keep looking. Oh, look under that log, there's another one. We have about a dozen eastern box turtles that spend their winters out here hibernating under the mulch, under the compost. However, not all of our turtles are eastern box turtles. We have some other box turtles that spend their winters indoors, and we are going to introduce you to those box turtles. They're called three-toed box turtles. Here we go. Well, guys, I already showed you our eastern box turtles, and you notice they're not very active because they have spent the whole winter hibernating outdoors, and it takes them a while to warm up. But you notice these turtles are very active. These are called three-toed box turtles. They're from a warmer climate than eastern box turtles. And so these are turtles that do not spend the winters outdoors. They spend the winters indoors in the reptile room at Forgotten Friend Reptile Sanctuary. Until this weekend. This first warm weekend in May is going to be their first weekend out in the turtle garden. So what you are about to see is our indoor box turtles who have spent the last, 5 months or so, 6 months or so, I believe the last 6 months indoors and they're about to get released into the turtle garden for their first weekend while we have these nice warm temperatures. So let me back out and I will show you what they are about to get to experience. So we'll take a look here. This is our box turtle garden. The other side of the white fence, that's the compost and mulch we were just looking at where the eastern box turtles hibernate. Over here we have some blueberries popping up. Those are some blueberry plants. Pan through here, you can see the hostas are going to get really big. Our box turtles like to hide in the hostas. That's another really tall blueberry plant. And all throughout here we have these hiding rocks and hiding caves where they get to hide. You can see we have more berries growing here. This is a big raspberry plant. It's starting to spread all over the garden. That is some of the food that we're about to give to our three-toed box turtles. And you can see our box turtle garden goes on and on. This is a little fence to keep some critters out, but you can see at the bottom, there's plenty of space for the box turtles to go underneath it. So the box turtles can go all the way over here, and you guys get to be with us as we release our three-toed box turtles into the box turtle garden for the first time this year. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start setting these turtles out. I'm going to see if they are ready to start eating. Here you go, buddy. Look at that one is not ready. That one just wants to go explore the box turtle garden. Well, we'll see. Hopefully some of these guys will be ready to eat. Now here we have one, and he looks like he might be thinking about eating. But when they get released into the box turtle garden, sometimes they get so excited to explore. Look at that. He walked right past his food and he kept right on going. You notice this mulch that he's in. Let me show you this, guys. This is very deep mulch. We can go several inches down here, and that gives the box turtles the ability to dig, to hide. Look at how happy this guy is. He's looking at this giant exploration area for the first time in about 6 months. He's been inside for so long, and now he finally gets to come out and play. All right, we're gonna keep trying to put some more turtles down. This is another one, our third one that we're putting down. We'll see if he notices there's food or if he gets too excited about exploring. I think all of these guys are too excited to explore. We'll try another one. This is one that's actually a different subspecies called a Gulf Coast box turtle. All these turtles are so excited that they get to be out here. They have not had a chance to be outside for about 6 months because it's too chilly. But now that we have 2 days that are going to be 70 degrees or warmer, we'll put our box turtles out, and we'll try to collect our warmer climate box turtles by the end of the weekend because it's going to get chilly again throughout the next week. But at least they will get a weekend pass. All right, here's another one. We'll see if any of these guys decide it's time to eat. Sometimes our turtles decide it's time to eat. Sometimes they want to go explore and then come back and eat lunch a little bit later. Look at this, guys. So far, every one of my turtles is walking right past this nice prepared canned food that we have for them. All right, I've got one more here. I'm gonna put this one here. See if any of these guys decide it's time to eat. I think right now they're so excited to explore. Oh, look at that, guys. Our smallest turtle decided it was time to take a bite of food. And a lot of times when we get one eating, that will encourage the rest of them to eat. We have all of these new turtles have not had a chance to be out for a long time. And here they are exploring. Doesn't he look excited? He has not been in the garden since, I believe, October of last year. We usually collect these guys around October of every year, collect them out of our box turtle garden. This is a turtle's life. They spend time exploring, they spend time resting, they spend time in the sun, and when they get a chance, they spend time eating lunch, like I'm sure a lot of you guys do as well. Well, guys, I'm glad you could be here with me to release our three-toed box turtles, our winter indoor box turtles, out into the turtle garden for the first time in the spring. And it looks like even that guy is ready to go explore. Off he goes. I think he likes that hiding cave back there. They love these hiding caves. And you see we have lots of dandelions popping up. What we'll do is later this weekend we're going to release our African tortoises into the turtle garden. And they're herbivores and they love to eat dandelion flowers. So I don't need to worry about picking those dandelion flowers, because pretty soon I'm going to be releasing my African tortoises into the garden. There he goes. Do you see him behind the cave? Just to the right of that cave. See if I can bring it closer for you guys. There he is. He's hiding behind the cave. Sometimes it's hard. There he goes. He found his new hiding spot. But I'll release my my African tortoises into the garden, and they will love to munch those dandelions. They will clean all the dandelions out of here, so I don't have to do it. Well guys, thanks for joining us as we got to release our indoor box turtles into the great outdoors of our box turtle garden for the first time this spring. It was really special that you guys could be here with us for that, and that's just another example of something special that we have had a chance to do together this year, being a special year where we're doing all kinds of new things, all kinds of special things. And so as you go today, I want you to keep thinking of that list. What are some special things that you have had a chance to do this year during this special time that you have not had a chance to do many other years? We'll tune in next week. I think one of our things we could do next week is we could try stretching out some of our boa constrictors and pythons, and I can show you how we actually take measurements of some of our giant snakes here at Forgotten Friend Reptile Sanctuary. Thanks everyone for giving reptiles a chance. Look forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye.